What is up YouTube, it's Kingfisher745, and welcome back to our Special Operations Task List Part 3. Once again in this video we're going to begin right where we left off, and that was with the last research for the unrefined Echo Tech Blaster. So here's that weapon all completed, and that's going to bring us to our next task. But first, of course, for reward we get to keep the weapon, and we get 1000 silver. Then moving on to step number 12, noise pollution. We're going to have to equip and use the unrefined Echo Tech Blaster in combat. This can be done in absolutely any mission, so I actually did it in the Spider Friends Daily the other day. So yes, we are farther along in the task list than our videos, but don't worry, I will get caught up today. Currently I'm on a 36-hour research, so we are closing in on Crystal. By the way, if you're not in full screen mode, it's so much easier to just type in what you're looking for. But anyways, on to our battle. We are facing Vulture and a Slicer. The task is really simple because we only have to use the item once. So just fire it on either enemy and that's going to be the end. It really isn't a bad weapon, and I do like the fact that it has collapsing infrastructure and you could consider using it with Avalanche. Thankfully Spider-Woman took down the minion in one turn, and now we can go ahead and complete this task. One more thing, it is a sonic tech attack, so maybe we could find some way to team up Fixer and Avalanche. I don't know, that could be an interesting team. Next, as Vulture attacks us, of course he's going to take our counters, and this takes him very close to death. Then on his second punch we're going to activate the Blade of the Guardian, and that's going to be the end of this fight. So let's go ahead and speed through the final score, and then we get task number 12 complete. For the reward we get 1000 silver, and now we can move on to step 13. For cutting remarks, you're going to have to defeat the mini-boss Corvus Glaive, and he is a mini-boss in Spec Op 23 Mission 2. Hopefully you did exactly what I did, and left Mission 2 alone after you defeated Proxima for the Crystal task. That should have left Corvus on your map, and definitely helped out your unstable ISO 8 reserves. In this fight you're going to be teamed up with Gorgon, and so I'm going to bring Karnak into the fray. But first, there will be a little exchange between Corvus and Gorgon. This mini-boss battle isn't too difficult, and the dialogue may actually last longer than the fight itself. But anyways, just in case you wanted to read it, I went ahead and left it in. Then once we get started, I will fast forward through the first wave, and we'll get right to the mini-boss action. Oh, but one last thing, I have noticed that they have the mini-bosses in this Spec Ops in a wave all by themselves. So that means in order to defeat them, you have to defeat the entire battle. I suppose maybe you could fight them in the end boss battle, defeat them, and then lose. But I'm not entirely sure, and that seems like a lot to do for your mission score. To be honest with you, I'll just run the mission an extra time. You should still be able to get 2 stars, especially in Mission 2, because there is an epic boss. Speaking of 2 stars, that will come up later in this video. So to save yourself some trouble, you do want to go ahead and do the deploys, and hopefully the epic boss, that way you can get 2 stars. As for Corvus, we do have to kill him a few times here, but that won't be too terribly difficult. In fact, with Gorgon, we're going to show him no mercy, and that will most definitely knock him out. So, quickly moving through the mission score, we get on to task number 13 complete, and we'll gain 100 XP. Then moving on to number 14, for this one we're going to have to defeat the end boss of Spec Op 23 Mission 2, Insanity Defense. Once again, it's pretty great timing because Ronan is already on the map, and the team up for this one is going to be none other than Karnak. So that's great news since we are still trying to level him. So what is your errand here, Ronan? Maximus the Mad is accused of causing a war between Thanos and the people of Earth. Further, he is accused of reneging on his agreement with Thanos, and thereby creating the conditions for that war to begin. Reneging on... Turn your test subject army over to Thanos as you agreed, and that charge will be expunged. His what? I knew it. You people didn't believe me, but I knew we couldn't trust that guy. I mean, where was Thanos or anyone but an Inhuman going to get that much Terrigen to work with? Nobody trusted him, Stark, but it was his word against Thanos. Well, now we know. Hope it's not too late. Surrender him, let his army stand down, and we will have no further quarrel. As satisfying as I would find it to be rid of Maximus, he's family. The royals of Atalan will administer their own justice, Ronan. And so the battle begins. After we quickly move through the opening grunts, Ronan is actually going to be standing alone. That's of course because we already took out his mini-bosses in earlier tasks. So we'll only have to deal with the man himself, and that really shouldn't prove too difficult. It does however look like he's going to get the first turns, but he doesn't choose to go on the offensive. We will gladly accept that because our agent was already hurt. So let's go ahead and start by using a Warbringer Axe, and right away we take off over 50% of his health. So then with Karnak I'll use his level 2 quick action, and we'll follow that by using his level 6. Then with Ronan at 5,619 HP, we will use Gorgon's level 9, and that's going to end this fight. So I guess you could say the build up was longer than the fight itself. That's definitely the running theme of this one. The reward for this one does say XP, but for some reason I think it was a command point. But anyways, moving on to the roulette, I would really like to win the hammer, but I guess the official name of it is the pneumatic sledge. Instead we end up getting a reactive spry ISO 8. Lucky us. That also brings us to task number 15, and that's to get 2 stars of mastery mission 2. As soon as we end this mission we're going to get at least 2 stars. And so once again it's perfect timing and another easy task. Also, once you finish step 15 you're going to get 2,000 silver and the blueprint for the unrefined psychotic blade. This of course means we're going to be taken to our next step, which is going to be another research. Erratic Edge, create the unrefined psychotic blade in the lab. So going over to the lab we see exactly what it cost, 40 unstable ISO 8, 5,000 silver, and it takes 1 day. We'll go ahead and get this started, and then we'll check back in part 4. As for this video, that's going to be it for now, but we will have the next part up very soon. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, good luck, and take care.